There we go. 3 videos to look at and to see if I can put it up onto YouTube. So, again, good morning, everyone. Helen, give me a thumbs up. Can you see my mat? Do I need to tilt the angle a little? No, she's giving me the thumbs up. Okay. Beautiful. So do get comfortable. Do get comfortable. And you're welcome to bring your hands in prayer position. That's how we started lately, the Anjali Mudra. The hands in prayer. If it feels much more comfortable for you to have your hands just on your thighs, or Gyan Mudra, the Mudra of knowledge, absolutely fine. Yeah, this is not me dictating you what to do. This is, a guidance. This is an interchange of energies, finding inspiration from each other. And that's how I want to start this morning on this glorious Friday morning, with that sense of gratitude. What is something you maybe may have seen my post this morning? I know we do this at the end and we do this daily, but I'd like to start the practice. What is something, or if you feel particularly inspired, 2 or 3 things that you feel you're grateful for? I do understand that the logic may come into it. Since yoga is a feeling practice, and gratitude is a feeling, an emotion, a quality from the heart. See if we can bring up a feeling sense of gratitude. Perhaps you're going to challenge yourself and find new things that you're grateful for. I'll leave that up to you. As we all experienced and discussed before in classes, that gratitude really being the basis or a beautiful gateway into a sense of resilience, which is one of the qualities that we were asked to draw upon in the last few weeks and in the coming weeks and for the rest of our lives. Sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less. Beautiful. And then I'd like you to thank yourself for coming to the mat, committing to this time, to this formal practice. And we all know that with all spiritual practices, whether that's your pranayama practice, your meditation, your yoga, the benefits continue way past our mat time. And yet a committed formal yoga practice is what we're here for today, and that needed your sense of discipline and your sense of commitment. So thank you for showing up for yourself, for me, and for the group. If you just joined us, could you mute yourself? I'm going to get up in a moment. Let's chant an Om to bring us together as a group. Let's exhale here. Take an inhale. And then just allowing that Om to sit there and resonate throughout your body, and just see if you can stay seated, stay connected to the Om, or if you have a mantra, your own little mantra, connect to that. Otherwise, connect to the breath, as I'm going to again mute everyone. Nice. Seeing if you would like to set an intention for practice. An intention for the day, perhaps, for the weekend ahead. Nice. And then very slowly, welcome to open your eyes, and we're going to lie down for a moment. So finding your way onto your back. That's it. And then allowing the legs to come up against the imaginary wall. So if you are against the wall, just shuffle back a little. So you need to hold your legs up by your belly and by your legs. And then bringing the arms out to the side. If you have space, bring them as in shoulder height. Beautiful. And see if you can come into ujjayi breath here, just with that L-shaped lying down. And there we go. Starting to observe how that feels. If you get tired in your legs or in your belly, just bend your knees. This is simply about, can we release that sense of anticipation of or that forward thinking, what's going to come next, just being in the present moment. And yes, I can acknowledge that maybe you feel this in your hamstrings, the sensation heightens here in your quadriceps, front of your thighs, in your belly. Notice. And then I'd like us to just have that simple practice of, you know, feeling into the resistance and acknowledge it rather than resisting the resistance. That makes sense. If it becomes too strong, you know that you can bend your knees. So if you can't, let your breath be part of your guidance here. If your breath is not soft and smooth and even, if you need to hold your breath or clench in the belly and in the legs too much, then modify. And this is what we take off the mat. If there is too much resistance and it's just too hard, this is feedback. This is like, well, what have I got to do here? Beautiful. And then let's come into Apanasana. So holding it on the shins, exhale, lifting up, forward to the knees, and then slowly curling out. Exhale, lifting. Beautiful. And curling down. Nice. Let's do that a few more times. Yep, coming into connecting breath with movement, starting to lift from our belly. And we all know we practice for something more than simply the physical. Yeah. Heighten our awareness, our consciousness. Bring your arms out wide again. Bring your legs up. Bring your legs into a V shape. Beautiful. And in that V shape, we point and flex the feet. So exhale, pointing your toes. Or do you inhale, point your toes, and exhale, draw them back? Point and flex. You choose. Good. But the condition is your spine is flat. Your breath is soft and smooth. Good. So move those toes. Move your ankle joint, pointing and flexing. There we go. That's it. Good. Good. Come into your ujjayi breath. That gentle breath with sound, waking up your throat chakra. Becoming aware that breath anchors you into the present moment. Can we keep doing this and feel into our shoulder blades? Beautiful. That sense of widening our awareness in a mental and emotional sense, but also in energetic sense, but feeling into our physical body first. Now stay in your V shape with your toes pointed back towards your knees. Engage your thighs. How much more can you get into external rotation, or in other words, your toes pointing to the floor and your heels up to the ceiling? That's it, as if your fronts of your thighs want to face the floor. Beautiful. Notice whether you've held your breath. Good. We're still in that V shape. Inhale here and then exhale, release. Give yourself a few rounds of Apanasana again. Exhale, lifting. Inhale, coming out. Good. What was your intention? Come back to that. And we all work within the realms of ahimsa. We can find our edge, but we're not pushing beyond. That's not kind. That's not ahimsa. Beautiful. And then slowly finding a few roly-polies. If you so care, maybe even the limbs extended, arms overhead, and the feet and the hands come together, and making this really, really large. Or you can curl into a ball and just roll up and down your spine. Or you roll up and down your spine with your limbs extended. No one's watching. This is not a competition. Feel into what feels good. And as Helen and I discussed yesterday, sometimes for no reason we feel we wake up energetically, and other times we don't so much. So Let this be reflected in your practice. And then let's coming into a squat position. I think we haven't had squats for 2 days. So it's like, oh, really? I think Anita just sent me a message. Good. So squatting, how's your squat feeling? Is your squat a little more comfortable like this morning? Good. Thank you for joining us also, Sabrina. Haven't acknowledged you before. Good. Good. Can we come into a flow into our squat? So left hand down, right arm up. Inhale. Yeah, we've done this a lot lately. Exhale, changing sides. Now seeing if you can move from your belly. So core, Uddiyana Bandha, Mula Bandha, your pelvic floor. Or sometimes I just say belly engaged, navel engaged. Yeah, that's our one point of focus. Let's keep moving. Our second point of focus that brings us into meditative state is our ujjayi breath, sound and feeling of ujjayi breath. And then our drishti, our gazing point. So here in our twist, we're aiming to look towards our fingertips of the hand that's moving. If you have your eyes closed, it may be useful to look towards your third eye. And if we have those three things happening, we come into that meditative state. But it's always breath. If you forget the other two, come back to breath, come into Uttanasana. Balancing poses and set. A nice idea. Let's come into your forward fold here into Uttanasana. Come onto the toes, lift your heels. That's your inhale. Exhale, bring the heels back and lift your toes. Now, if you don't reach the fingers to the floor with your straight legs, bend your legs. Yeah, bend your knees. Let your head hang. You're not missing out if you don't see the camera. This is all we do at the moment. Yeah, find the balance. Notice if you can come into a rhythm that suits you. Whoops. And notice how the head wants to control. The logic wants to control. Can we let the logic surrender a little? Beautiful. And then releasing. Let's bring the arms behind the back, still a forward fold. Interlace. If shoulders are tender, just come into aeroplane. And we lift the arms up. Inhale, exhale. The head comes a little closer to the floor. Chest closer to the thighs. Yeah, of course, if you had a yoga practice already, or if you've been for a walk, you're more open than if you just rolled out of bed. Acknowledge that. Beautiful. And then slowly releasing. Beautiful. Let's come into halfway lift. Inhale, halfway lift, look up. Exhale, folding forward. Now, if your halfway lift will look like this with the hands against your shins, so be it. And then exhale, folding. Few more rounds. Yeah, starting with forward bends is a different idea than starting with lying down or with our salutations. Notice what you're resisting and breathe and soften into it. Beautiful. Hang forward, interlace the hands behind your back with the other interlace. It feels different, doesn't it? Good. And then we're going into our twist here. So if we're twisting to the right, we straighten our right leg and we bend our left leg. So our left shoulder comes to the left knee. Let's just have that sorted out. Beautiful. And then we wiggle over to the other side. Nice. Yeah. I think it's quite a complicated explanation, but it's a very easeful movement. And then move with your own rhythm. You can, you can turn the head as well. That's quite nice. I think that opens up the joints. Yep, notice it. Hip joint, knee joint, ankle joint, bit of balance required, and the twist. And then dangle forward. Slowly start to roll up your spine, vertebra by vertebra. On your inhale. Yeah, belly draws you up. And exhale at the top. Oh, good. Let's give ourselves a corona hug here. This is politically correct to use the word. Like this. Cross your heart, you could say. Yeah, like this. And probably anticipate what's going to happen. We're going to rotate the head first. So windscreen circles. But then when you're ready, full circles with your cervical spine. Feels a little safer because you kind of color yourself in here. As you know, the sound effects, maybe you can even hear them. Oh dear. Yeah. See if you could open your mouth as you do that. Then we count ujjayi breath. Have we changed direction? That might be useful. Let's do that. Beautiful. Good. And notice where there is resistance, and then modify accordingly. You don't want to push through. You want to kindly coax your body into softening and opening, not into pushing. That's not kind. That's not gentle. Beautiful. And then slowly releasing. Change the cross of the heart, so the other arm comes on top. And then we're seeing if we can, on top of the head, the cervical spine moving our upper thoracic, so this area here. So let's see if we can make circles with the shoulders and the shoulder blades, as well as our head. And if that's too much, you can keep your head still and just go, I'm just going to do these shoulder circles. Backwards, not the whole upper body. Yeah, so not from the hips. I want to isolate. So if we're going into Ustrasana, camel back bending, this upper part. And, you know, there's not much we can explain. It's a feeling sense. You know, you've seen those dancers that sort of can really dissect the spine. There you go. And however you do this feels good. I'm going to just change the screen so I see someone else. That's it, that's it. That's it. Have we changed direction? So just really little circles in your upper spine, in your, you know, the chest and the collarbone area. Oh, and then you've guessed right. We take it a little further. So we are going to have this palm moving as well. Not just yet the hips. How is this even possible? Go, okay, what did she say? I just make a bigger circle. You feel it? Yeah, yeah. So dissecting your spine. So this is a little, this is the full thoracic spine. And then we change direction. We go, oh, and this, oh, because we hug ourselves, we feel a little safer than if we just sort of dangle. Good, good. Yeah, that's it. And now, for those that want to be really expressive, bend your knees. And now we're bending from the hips. Back. How far do you need to go back? How far do you need to go to the side? And then whoosh, let yourself hang forward, come up. Yeah, this is now harvest into your leg strength. Change direction as well. Beautiful. See if you can take the head into the equation and the eye side looks back. Notice how that changes the expression of the movement. Have we changed direction? Let's do a few more rounds. Good. Be safe in your movement. Move from your core. Have your knees slightly bent. Nice, Deborah. Nice, Marie. Yes, that's it. Give 2 more rounds and give some attention to that back bend. Yeah. Oh, nice. And that's all. We could have Shavasana now. But we won't. Let's untangle. Beautiful. Well done. Let's come to the front edge of your mat. Now I'll start here and we'll do some salutations. So feel into Tadasana first. Feel into how this affected this movement before. Not a traditional yoga pose, yoga shape, but how has that affected your energy level, your connection to your body. Feel into this in your Tadasana now. Come back into ujjayi breath. We're dissecting the spine. We open it differently. We're just experiencing something different. For most of us, I can see your hands and I can see that the hands just dangle. There is energy in your fingertips. Let me see. That's beautiful. Good. Ujjayi breath. Good. Good. The inhalation breath lengthens the front. Notice that. And your exhalation breath broadens the back and brings the energy down. So inhale, lifts the prana up. Exhale, brings it back down. Let's open the eyes. Surya Namaskara A. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Good. Exhale, come forward. Feel it in your thighs. Reach as far forward as you can. Nose to the knees, hands next to the feet. Halfway lift, open the chest. Exhale, stepping back one leg, then the other. We do downward facing dog first. Inhale, high plank. Knees can come down. Chaturanga. Lift the chest forward, draw the shoulders back. Inhale, open your cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Welcome to step your feet in. Nice. Inner smile, outer smile. Heels aiming for the floor. Belly lifted. So first downward facing dog. Perhaps this morning be extra kind. You can always shorten your distance. Come back to stillness with the breath. Beautiful. Last exhale here. Inhale onto tippy toes. Exhale, bend your knees. Walk, step or jump lightly between the hands. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, folding all the way. And then strong legs come all the way up. Be fully present to your breath. Exhale, releasing. Second round. Urdhva Hastasana. Inhale. Exhale, come forward. Breathe. Halfway lift. Hands can be on the shins. Exhale, back down dog. Soft and light. High plank, inhale. Chaturanga, knees can come down. Drop your shoulders back. Make the spine long. Beautiful, good Andy. Open up, nice Sabrina. Exhale, downward facing dog. For 1. Seeing if you can breathe into your side ribs. For 2. Nice, nice ujjayi breath. Upper arms roll outwards. For 3. Spine is long. For 4. Good. And 5. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, coming forward. Half lift, inhale, broaden the chest. Exhale, fold a little deeper, bend from your belly. Strong legs, come all the way up. Inhale. And exhale to release. Third round, just a traditional variation. Inhale. Exhale, thighs. Good. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, back down dog. If you need extra breath, by all means, or if a little bit faster, that's fine. High plank. And your chaturanga. Feel it in your thighs. Feel it in your belly. Beautiful. Open up to whichever back bend is appropriate. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stepping in if you need to. Good. Let your head hang. Your gaze is to your toes or to your knees. Back of the head reaching towards the thumbs. And your fingers and your hands, palm of the hand, index finger, knuckle, all the knuckles fully grounded into the floor. Corkscrewing the hands outwards so the chest can be open. The breath, the prana can move. Last exhale, inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, coming forward. Beautiful. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Strong legs come all the way up. Bend your knees if your lower back requires that. Reach and releasing. Brilliant. We're stepping the right leg back in a moment once we're there. Urdhva Hastasana, inhale. Exhale, coming forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Right leg steps back, right knee comes down, and we just come up. We've done that a few times this week. Just a low lunging position, but it's going to be a lunging. So, bring that hip forward. Good, good. What would you like to do with your arms? Interlace the fingers, turn the palms to the ceiling, dropping the shoulders, lifting the chest and leaning back a little. For what? For the reason of opening your front. So feel this here. Beautiful. If the shoulders are tender, just have your aeroplane arms. Nice, that's it, Andy. It's a bit of balance here already required, isn't it? Could you let your head go back? Can you drop your shoulders down your back? Doing well. Observe where there is resistance and just breathe into it. Good. Maybe the resistance is in the head going back. Then look forward. Beautiful. Inhale here. Exhale. Bring your hands forward. We're not framing the foot. We're just bringing the right hand to the floor. Left arm up into a beautiful little twist. If you want to now, you can lift your back knee off. Yeah, lengthen the spine, breathe. Inner smile, outer smile. That's it, Andy, just changing hands. Hang on, change hands. Andy, change hands. Yeah, that's a twist. Beautiful, good. Good, where is resistance here? Maybe it's the mind going, oh, why is this such a long hold? Can we not flow a little faster, this and that? Inhale here, exhale, frame your front foot, step back, downward facing dog. High plank, inhale, strong chaturanga. Knees can come down, look forward like a turtle. That's it, open up, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Brilliant. For 1. I come off so I can see. For 2. Good, Sabrina. Roll your upper arms outwards, or in other words, your triceps coming together. Making space. Nice, Deborah. Good, Anne. That's it. Anne and everyone else, see if we can bring the buttocks a little closer to the ceiling, so that very gentle lengthening of the spine. Gently. Beautiful. Last exhale here. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, land lightly. Beautiful. Halfway lift, inhale, look up. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Strong legs come all the way up. Reaching, and exhale, releasing, Tadasana again. Other side. Inhale, doing well. Exhale. Halfway lift. Exhale, stepping the left leg back this time, I think it is. Left knee down. This is quite a long distance, coming into that low lunging position. Beautiful. If you need support for your knee, just have a blanket. So for cushion, anything. Change the interlace of your fingers, palms face up, and just feeling into. So I'm going to look forward, but if you want to let your head go back, do that. Can we feel some change? A little bit of sensation in that left hip flexor. That's it. But we tuck the tailbone under so we keep the lower back safe. There we go. Now feel into, if we're actually honoring that shape, we do want to, if we lean back a little, if we come into that upper body leaning back, the upper part of the upper body leaning back, that sense of opening of the whole front of the body. Nice. Good, Anne. Can we lunge in a little more? You don't have to, if it doesn't inspire you and you go, not for me, then don't do it. Good. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, left hand down because the right foot is at the front. Yeah. Right arm up. It's an easy twist. You go, yeah, I can work on lengthening the spine. I can work on twisting. If I need a bit more balance challenge, I tuck my back toes under, lift my back knee. And we're reaching up to the ceiling while we twist for a few more breaths here. This is just a long hold on the other side. Ujjayi breath. Let me see. Breathe into the resistance. Nice, Kath. Stay where you are, but could you straighten your back leg a little? Yeah. See? Beautiful. Good. What do? We come out, we frame the foot, step back, exhale, downward facing dog. Soften, high plank inhale. Find your chaturanga. Good. Open up into your back bend, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Nice. If the energy isn't there, if the resistance is too strong, come into tabletop or even into child's pose. This is your practice. This is your support system. It's not something else to conquer. Not at all. Work with your breath, with your spirit or your soul and your physical body. Last exhale. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, coming forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold, and strong legs coming all the way up. I nearly said chair pose, but I didn't. And exhale to release. Beautiful. Let's come into prayer hands and then into warrior 3. Inhale here, exhale, just bending the knees slightly, and then let the right leg come back. Let the torso come parallel towards the floor. And tuck your elbows under and bring your chest forward and your shoulders back. Maybe even smiling into the camera for your beautiful warrior 3. Very nice. Can those back toes point downwards so the hips don't open to the side? Yes, let that standing leg do the work. Let the belly, ujjayi breath, drishti. Where is your drishti? Somewhere in the distance, or if you close down your eyes, your third eye. Inhale here, exhale, bending, coming out, and we're stepping out into a chair pose with prayer hands, making it a little safer. Where is your ujjayi breath? Inhale here, exhale. Let's get ready for the other side. Satisfying Anne's need for a little bit of balance. Beautiful. Balancing postures. Warrior 3. The I am courageous one. Very courageous to just balance on one leg. Good catch there, Helly. Lift that energy in that back leg. Where is your ujjayi breath? If you fall out, have a giggle, come back in. I know this is a long hold, just because I'm steady here. Otherwise, we would have been out. a while ago. Good, Kath. Lift the head. Look forward. Nice. I've got a good view here. Inhale here, exhale, coming back, chair pose. If you fell out, just come back into chair pose as if nothing happened, and we open up into tulip arms. So external rotation of your shoulders, thumbs go back, little finger comes in. Ujjayi breath. I need to catch my breath here. Let's fold forward. Inhale here, exhale, coming forward. Beautiful. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, step or jump down dog. Inhale, high plank. Give me a beautiful, slow chaturanga. Knees can come down. Good, Helen. Open up, cobra, or your up dog. Inhale, downward facing dog. Stepping your feet in a little, shorten your distance. We're going to go into three-legged dog. With the right leg, inhale. Bend at the knee, bend at the hip, and we're doing our beautiful taking the dog to the bushes, but we come also onto the ball of the foot of that left leg. So find height, and then find a gentle twist. Those of you who are a bit challenged with the shoulders, you can come out, otherwise stay for a few more breaths. Inhale here, and exhale, we're bringing that knee into the chest and coming into high plank. Oh, we did this last night. There was complaints after. Good. High plank, knee to the chest. Inhale here, exhale. Bring it back and stay in high plank. Ooh, bit of a challenge here. If it's too much, bring your knees down. Inhale here, exhale, downward facing dog. Staying in down dog if you need the challenge of the strength. Otherwise, let's have a little pause in child's pose. Inner smile, outer smile. Beautiful. Yeah, Julia came to class last night. She said, Mom, it was so hard. And I go, yeah, it was a little challenging. All right, who have we got? Good, let's come back up into downward facing dog in case you've rested. Beautiful. Let's see if we can go through this on the other side. You always have the option to bring your knee down. Otherwise, left heel up, three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, just kick that heel into your left buttock cheek. Bring that knee up to the ceiling. Come onto the ball of the foot there. Lifting up and then twisting. Doesn't that? Some days it feels liberating. Other days it's a bit of hard work. Feel into the resistance. And then inhale here, exhale. That knee comes to the chest and we open out into a high plank with the knee in the chest. Beautiful. Nice, Kath. Good. Beautiful. What did we do from here? We just came back into downward facing dog. Another 5 breaths here, unless you want to come into tabletop, unless you want to come into child's pose. Feel into this. This is a strong practice this morning. Seems like it. Where did Damien go? Oh. Okay. Oh, nice. Let's come back into downward facing dog. Beautiful. Downward facing dog. Good. Are we all there? And then we come out. Last exhale here. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, step, walk or jump. Beautiful. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. And let's be mindful to come up into a chair pose. Inhale. Good. And exhale, just bring the hands to the sides. Lift your right knee up. Inhale, exhale, bring it on top of the left for Garudasana. So just Garudasana legs first. If you just want to do this, that's fine. But if you can swing around fully, beautiful. So this is right on top of left. Bringing the arms up when you're ready. Right arm underneath the left. So the left is on top, isn't it? So full Garudasana position. Beautiful, ladies. Nice. And gentlemen. Well done there, Andy. If you wanted to play with bringing the elbows up away from the chest, palms away from the face. Inhale here, exhale. Perhaps you want to come into a forward fold. Feeling into it. Nice. Beautiful. Ujjayi breath. Belly strong. Drishti. Beautiful. Last exhale here, and we're coming up again. We're lifting up. Beautiful balance here. That's your inhale and your exhale release. Let's have a little wiggle. A little wiggle standing dance. Yeah, I'm in it. Good. Other side, chair pose. Inhale, but with the arms dangling. Exhale here, left on top of right. Finding that focus. Good. Let there be softness. Belly. Right on top of left. You know. Oh, hello. Spencer. Walking through the camera. Good. You know what to do. Find that solidity. Sink the hips down a little. Elbows away from the chest, palms away. Doing well, ladies and gentlemen. Stay or see if you would like to come into that forward fold. Garudasana, eagle pose. Nothing gives us more focus and attention than one-legged standing pose as well suggested there. And last exhale here. Strong legs, strong belly, soft focus coming up. Inhale, exhale, release. A little dance. I really mean it. Let's flow again. From the, so how quickly can we come into Tadasana again? We'll just Garudasana and then we'd flop around. Come back to Ujjayi breath. These outer circumstances will not necessarily affect our green circle here. So come back to that greenness with your breath. Regulating your nervous system. It's a massive skill. We've all noticed that this is what we need in those challenging times. Can you surrender to the offer is only just a Tadasana? Can we let that judgment go? Our nervous system, our inner being is balanced, is peaceful. Whether we're in a Garudasana pose that asks a lot more of us physically than a simple Tadasana. Neither is better or worse. It's that sense of being with what is that meditation yoga practice teaches us. Let's open the eyes. Let's come into Surya Namaskara B. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, folding through. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, back down dog. High plank, inhale. A slow chaturanga. A beautiful opening. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bring your left heel down and your right leg forward into a beautiful warrior one. Just a traditional forward facing warrior. Nice. Lunging into your front leg. Beautiful. Did I say that right? Yeah. Yeah. Surya Namaskara B has got the warriors in it. Beautiful. And we'll just stay here for a little bit more stamina this morning. Good. Nice. So that's it, Helly. So chest forward, hips forward. Mindful that the knee doesn't go too far beyond the ankle. Nice, Marie. Good there, Deborah. Good. And a little bit more oomph in your back leg if you can. Good. And then inhale, come forward. Exhale, frame your foot and lightly step back into your down dog. You can stay here or come with me into chaturanga. High plank inhale. Chaturanga, thighs, belly, core. Open up, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right heel down, left leg forward, stepping through. Warrior one. Beautiful. This is the I am strong warrior. Yeah? Good. Yes. Facing forward, heart forward, shoulders back. I'll show you from the other side. Yeah, that's it. Good. Hips forward. Gaze, drishti is to your thumbs. And you find that same stillness, that same softness that you had in Tadasana, in Garudasana, in squatting Malasana, or lying down in Shavasana. Inhale here, exhale, frame your foot, step back, down dog. High plank, inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Open up, inhale, shoulders back, downward facing dog. We won't stay here We're going to step the right leg out to the right hand. Can we do this? Bringing the left knee down into a little bit of a lizard pose. Lifting the chest first though, like puffing up the chest for your pigeon pose, and then seeing if we could come downwards to the inside of that lower leg into a lizard. Now, if you can easily go onto your forearms, fine. But what we want to feel, you know this, hamstrings, your hips, soft sensation, and then feeling into that resistance that the tissue gives you. So you can regulate your nervous system with your breath, with your drishti, with keeping your lower back safe with your bandhas, with those energy locks. Beautiful what I'm seeing. Soften. Now this is not a balancing pose. Opens us up nicely though for side angle pose. Beautiful. And then coming back onto the palms of the hands, switch on from your belly, inhale. Beautiful. And then toe heel that foot out a little bit more. And then bring your right arm up. Good. Good. And then seeing if we can just have a little wiggle motion in the hip. So you're rolling from the outside edge of that front foot, of the right foot, to the inside edge. Good. If your knee joint, your supporting knee joint is challenged, then don't go too far to the side. Can we do that? Internal, a bit more perhaps. Internal rotation, here we go. External rotation. Still keeping the belly engaged, otherwise the whole weight is on that left shoulder. That's not useful. Can we reach up the hand? Can we reach back behind? Can we feel that full torso stretch and that full belly stretch? Staying on the outside edge now. Oh, can we open the chest a little more? Can the right shoulder go back and the left shoulder come through? Inhale here, exhale, releasing. Now stepping back, lift the back knee, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Have a few walks in your downward facing dog. Inhale here, exhale, the left leg steps out to the left. Glide back a little. I have to widen my stand here. Right knee down. Let's catch your giant breath first. Chest opens. Am I too fast? No. And then coming into lizard. Now, if you have, I'll show you from here, enough sensation here without going down, forward, bend, then stay. You know, if you go, oh man, goodness, from my hip, this is enough. Feeling to soften into that resistance, ladies. That's it, Nori. Good. Otherwise, just play, maybe one forearm. The aim is not, the full pose is not you're on your forearms and you're just hanging out. This is your yoga practice. Where do you feel gentle resistance, sensation in your physical body? Ujjayi breath. Remember, drishti can be to your fingertips or your third eye. Belly is engaged. Yeah. If we open, I'm coming off, I'd like you to stay. If we open that area, we eliminate a few percentage of lower back and wellness. Where is Andy? Yeah, it's good for all of us, Andy. Good, Sabrina, nice modification. Beautiful. And then coming up onto the palms of the hands again. Toe heel that foot out a little. I mean, I have longer legs, I probably go a little further out. And then bringing that left arm up. Go to where you feel it. Once you're stable, you go into this little hip rotation here. Okay. Inside edge of the foot, outside edge. It may not be a big movement for you. Open the chest, beautiful. And then we let that right shoulder come through, that left shoulder go back. And we rotate to the outside edge of the foot, beautiful. Where do you feel this? Can we feel a sense of opening all through the belly? Good, nice, Andy, beautiful. Where's your breath? Good, Sabrina. Yeah, safety first. If you're not feeling safe, modify. Inhale here, exhale, coming back. Good, tucking the back toes under, stepping back downward facing dog. We're coming into high plank only. A still high plank. A still high plank could still be with the knees on the floor. See if we can cat and cow the head. Exhale, tuck your chin under. Inhale, look up to the ceiling. Strong. Tuck your tailbone under twice more. Good. I know this is strong. Lift your hips a little, Andy. Ah, that's better. And then back into downward facing dog. We're coming out. Last exhale here. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, step, walk or jump. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold and chair pose to come up. Inhale. Exhale, we're twisting. Left to the outside of the right. Yeah. And all of a sudden, our twisted Utkatasana is becoming a resting pose. Good. Good. Now feel that torso opening. Yeah, I wanted you to be opening your chest so you can receive all this goodness of the rays of the sun. Nice, Andy. So we still want to lengthen from tailbone to top of the head. Excellent. Oh, yeah, this has become my favorite posture lately. Last exhale. Strong legs coming all the way up. Inhale. Exhale like a dance to the other side. Soften, people. Soften your jaw. Notice the tension in your jaw. Soften your eyes. Drop the shoulders, lengthen the head forward. So make space for the neck. Good. 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 Marie, sink your hips down perhaps a little more. Bring your buttocks a little more towards your right. Yeah, they're veering to the opposite side a little. So find length. Beautiful. Last exhale. Strong legs come all the way up. Inhale. And exhale, just coming back into Tadasana. Still Tadasana. Inhale, lengthen the front. Exhale, broaden the back. Set the intention of softness. We're still tucking the tailbone under. We still have our bandhas happening. Our thighs engaged. Broadness in the collarbones. But there is softness. Beautiful. I can just see that there is softness. That's nice. Look at this. Awesome. Excellent. We're going into side angle and then we're going to go into Ardha Chandrasana. So open your eyes, inhale. Let's step the right leg out to the right and coming into a leg and a half, like a warrior two. Yeah. Lift and lengthen. Inhale. Yeah, warrior two, open to the side. Exhale, reach forward. We come into side angle. Forearm to the thigh and we reach overhead. Ooh, and maybe we can actually bring that hand behind. It's a full expression. Notice now after that lizard pose, those hips are much more open. We can open the chest because we've done a few twists. Marvelous. If that forearm stays on the thigh, be very light. Nice and beautiful. Last exhale, inhale to come up. Now let's turn away from the camera. Turn your left toes in, your right toes out. Inhale here, exhale, warrior two first, and then lean forward into your side angle pose. Remember, we want to open the chest here, coming into your full expression if you choose to. Good. I'm going to correct. I revealed last night that I find this really challenging. But it's useful. It's useful too. So Andy, if you can bring that hand to the outside. So that way you can open your hips a little more. It becomes more about the hips. Last exhale here, inhale to come up. And then exhale, let's just turn in again and out again. So you're at the front edge of the mat if you had to be at the back end. Beautiful. Coming into warrior two on your left. Mindful of the knee not coming too far forward. Beautiful. Good. Good. And then we straighten that front leg, whichever is your front leg now. And we come into Trikonasana. And I know this is a wide-legged Trikonasana, and that's deliberate. So just feel a different sensation in this Trikonasana. You may not be able to hold your toe, but you open the chest and you feel the length and the stability. And we feel a lot of length in our neck. That's it. Beautiful expressions, everyone. Good, Andy. Just bring your top hand a little bit more towards your head or towards the ceiling. Yeah, that would be a nice alignment from my eyesight. Beautiful. Last exhale. Inhale, coming up. And we're turning to the other side again. So left toes in, right toes out. Lift and lengthen. And then coming into Trikonasana. Just your other side, whatever I'm seeing from you now. Your back or your front, doesn't matter. Good. Nice, Sabrina. Find the solidity in your legs. Ujjayi breath. Good, Deborah. See if you could, just a smidgen, aiming to open the chest a little more. Yeah. Yeah, leaning back then she did. Beautiful. Beautiful. And last exhale, look to your big toe. Strong legs come up. Inhale. And then exhale, just finding your goddess pose here this morning. Just face the camera again. So this means, you know, like a Charlie Chaplin, toes out wide, hands to hips. Inhale here, exhale, sinking down. Yeah, it's not going to be, it was a bit leg-like last night. I mean, I'm even sore in my quads. That hasn't happened in 100 years. Inhale, lift your right heel. Exhale, stay. Inhale, lift your left heel. Exhale, stay. Very nice. Good. If that's too wobbly, not appropriate for your knee joint, bring your heels down. Otherwise, tuck your tailbone a little more. So really come into that belly strength. Hands can be on the thighs now. For 3, softness. For 2, for 1, bringing the heels down, bringing the arms up. Inhale. Good. So from star pose into that standing back bend. Exhale, goddess pose, warrior, and cactus arms. Inhale, standing up, arms up. That's it. Exhale, elbows back behind you. So we're coming into that back bend. Inhale, standing up. What I'd like you to feel, exhale, coming out. Now, as we inhale, I want you to really dig into your heels and engage your quadriceps and tuck your tailbone under so that engages your buttock. Yeah, let's do that. Exhale down. Dig into the heels as if you want to bring your tailbone forward. Do you feel it more in your buttocks and in your thighs? Maybe sinking down a little more. Good, Ed. Inhale, coming up. Good, Marie. Good. Twice more. Exhale, open the chest. The elbows go back down and behind, and then slowly up. Notice the strength this builds, and you're just working with your own body weight. No extra weight required. And then bringing the arms up, dangling forward into a gentle uttanasana. Hang forward, toe your feet in. Yeah, just hip distance apart. Nice. And we're coming into padangusthasana. So pulling against the big toes. Yeah, hold your big toe with your peace fingers here. Inhale, looking up, and exhale, coming all the way forward. Elbows out to the side. If it's too much for your lower back, too strong sensations, bend your knees, otherwise straighten. Drishti, your third eye. Ujjayi breath. We're going to be here for a few more breaths. Draw in from your belly, let the prana, let the energy, let breath move. Last exhale here. Inhale to look up, pull up against your big toes. Exhale, we're coming into padahastasana. Yeah. Inhale to look up. Exhale, folding forward. Beautiful. So you may even feel your ribs against your thighs. Let your head hang. Shoulders away from the ears. I'm coming off. I just like to see. And your feet are pushing into your hands, and your hands aim to escape, and that gives a beautiful sensation, the whole back line of the body. If it's not happening with your legs, bend your knees. You need to cover your whole hand with your feet. And then inhale to look up, exhale, hands to hips, strong legs. Inhale, come all the way up, and exhale at the top. Beautiful. Bend both knees slightly. Good. Bending forward, bring your left hand in front of your left foot and to the outside a little. We're coming into Ardha Chandrasana. Your right leg reaches back, both legs straighten, and then you open the chest out to the side. Your right hand can be at the small of your back to start with. Oops, don't fall out. Ardha Chandrasana, our half moon position. If you want to, you can take your gaze out to the side or even up. And then lastly, you can bring your right arm up. This is quite a challenging standing pose. Beautiful. Open the chest, kicking back with that back leg to come out. Look to the floor, bend your standing leg, and both legs come together and you hang forward in your Uttanasana. Good. On the other side, I talk you in and then I come out so I can see. Knees bent, right hand position. So right hand, shoulder and wrist in one line, lifting that back leg back, the left leg now opening out to the side in various slow motions. So this is a, yeah, you don't need me to talk you through. That's nice. I feel like I can't walk, otherwise you topple out. Good, good. Legs are solid. Belly is engaged anyway. The breath gives you stillness and softness. Stay if you can. That's beautiful and nice. Good. Good, Andy. Open out to the side. This is our, oh, Andy's doing warrior 3. That's all right. Yeah, Sabrina, I know they can be a little strong in the lower back, and then inhale, exhale, coming out. Just have a little look ski. So we could stay here, but we open the hips and the chest to the side. Whoa. Yeah. Good. Good. So we could stay here for quite some time until we're ready to bring that arm up and until we're ready to take the gaze up. It's different to warrior 3. Warrior 3, the hips face down, the torso faces down. This is hip opening and chest opening. So let's do each side just until we get the leg position and the chest opening out to the side each time. Yeah, I'm not going to talk you through. The main thing is to remember to bend your knees to go in and then open out to the side. So it's a warrior 3 to start with, but then we open to the side. Have a little play. And if you go, oh no, thanks, Bashina, I've had enough this morning. That's it, Andy. Good. Nice, Sabrina. Any modification, but just so you understand the difference between the warrior 3 facing the floor. Beautiful. The Chandrasana. It's nice. It's playful. Nice, Helen. Nice, Kath. That's it. Yeah, that's it, Helen. We fall out 50,000 times. And some days the balance is just there, and other days, as you've seen me, I topple out, even though I like to stand in pose. Good. Have we practiced both sides? The other side would look like this. So the way I go in when I come from standing is how I directed you in. Yep. And opening to the side. And the gaze is last. The gaze really can mess with the balance, but that's where the challenge comes in. Ta-da! Oh, good. We have to finish off. We cannot let go. Beautiful. Nice, Kath. Beautiful, Helen. That's it. Just come to standing. It's been a bit of standing today, hasn't it? We haven't even sat down. I think I've given you 2 child's poses. Just come into Tadasana again. Just that observation of the breath. Tadasana, ujjayi breath. And just go through your body and go, where has this previous shape, where has the whole practice affected me? Now, 2 options, and I don't often do this, 2 with the inversions. If you feel like you want to go with the standing, with the playfulness, with the balance, perhaps have a little handstand practice. Now let's do this together. Hands down, one leg lift, just a little air bound. You don't have to be against a wall. And the aim is not, even though if you could come up into handstand, aim not to. Just finding the shoulders over the wrists, the hips over the shoulders, and a little bit of airflow here, or air time, and then changing sides. Just a little hobble. Go, whoa, belly drawing up. Finding the confidence to just do. That's it. That's it. Hands down, walking the feet in as far as you can. One is kicking. Beautiful. Just finding the confidence to lift yourself off the floor. Beautiful. Have we all done that? Nice. Looking good. Being playful. Oh, we had the heater on all morning. Good. And then coming onto your knees. I know it's strong. I'll show you this way. Coming onto your knees. You could now say, thanks, Bettina, that was enough for me. I'm coming into rabbit's ears, or I'm just coming into child's pose. Otherwise, we do a little tripod headstand. Hold your upper arms. Yeah, this is measuring the distance between your shoulders. Hands covering the elbow indentation. Top of the head forms a triangle with the hands. The moment you touch down, it's a light touch down. You bring your shoulders away from your ears and you marvel in that length of your neck. Shoulders come away. Discover that you have the ability to regulate how much weight is on your head. If you want to go further, you know how to. Knees underneath the hips, tuck your toes, walk in, walk in, walk in. One knee into the upper arm, other knee into the upper arm, knees together, a little balance. Or you stay where you're at. Let me see. Child's pose is an option. Nice. Good, Deborah. Nice, Demarie. Beautiful. Oh, everything is accepted. So Sabrina, just bring that knee into the upper arm. I think you're mixing up the tripod with the bound. When you're ready, just let yourself be resting in child's pose with your forehead on your palms, on two fists, or on the floor. Letting go of ujjayi breath. Nice. And just coming back into noticing breath. Beautiful. Good. Let's come into a seated position. If you have props, you're very welcome to lift your hips, elevate your hips. Maybe you just want to sit on a sofa cushion. It's particularly useful to elevate your hips if you sit in cross-legged, say like this. If it's really challenging to sit cross-legged, yeah, so sit up. You could just bring your mat, roll your mat up. Marvelous practice. And just sitting into Anjali Mudra again. And just finding length in the spine. Tucking that chin under. So we discussed lately the length here between your ribs and your hips. And we have that with good posture. Non-good posture is like this. There is no space between ribs and hips. This is length. Beautiful. Any mudra, of course, you want to have is fine. I'm going to have mudra of heart, Anjali Mudra. And just reflect back on your practice. Reflecting back on your intention and your practice. Reflecting back on working in the sense of ahimsa, non-violence. With a sense of yoga, union, rather than either one or the other, winning or losing. Beautiful, beautiful practice. Let's chant an Om in our closing chant. We do call and response, but if you want to sing twice, chant twice, you're welcome to. Let's exhale here. Big inhale. Loka, loka, samasta, samasta, sukhino bhavantu, sukhino bhavantu. Together. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Just slowly bowing the head forward. The meaning of our chant: to let all beings everywhere be happy and free, and for us all to find a way with our own words, with our own thoughts, and of course our actions to contribute to that intention, perhaps particularly in those times when freedom is a little restricted. Let's bow all the way forward. Namaste. Namaste, and thank you for practice. I shall assume that we take Shavasana together. Even if you leave us halfway through, do make sure you have that sense of rest, that sense of completion of your practice, finding your way into comfort. And this is a practice in itself. Of course, you're welcome to get your props organized, to cover you, to have your eye pillow, but that sense of how efficiently and without allowing distractions to distract you, can you come into this stillness? Notice and observe if there is any tension in your face, and just let it go. Let your jaw be soft. Let your tongue just rest in the palate. Let your eyes rest back into the eye sockets. Let there be space between your eyebrows and your forehead. Especially in your forehead, let that thinking just rest and settle. Notice the back of your head and the floor. Let your shoulders release. Surrender any tension in your belly and just soften. Beautiful connection to your physical body. The clarity of mind. Peaceful, effortless breath. Enjoy. You know, I'm getting up and I'm writing down who joined us. You enjoy a few more minutes of Shavasana before we come to seated again together. Rest. Restore.